Hi, Julie. I wanted to do this video because I thought maybe I could explain myself better through a video than trying to type it out to you. Thank you for your email. Thank you for your question. Yeah, I think that chapter 12 and looking at the different personality theories can be kind of confusing. So let me try to summarize these for you and see if that will help. So we have the psychodynamic theory. Of course, that was Freud's theory. And Freud's idea was that human behavior is beyond our control. So he had this heavy emphasis on the unconscious mind. And so that most of our behavior and ideas and personality and all of the parts of our psychology is based upon this idea of unconsciousness and that we're not in control. The humanistic perspective puts an emphasis on a person's capacity for personal growth and positive qualities. So really looking at, growing as an individual, this idea that we can get better and we can improve and that we have strengths and we have weaknesses, but we can change and get better at those weaknesses. So that is what that theory is on, is this idea of constantly, working to improve ourselves. You said you understood, you thought you kind of had a good idea of trait here, but yes, it's this idea of these, the OCEAN acronym and these characteristic responses that we have that holds true, excuse me, over time with us. Sorry, I just got done teaching a class and I'm losing my voice here. When we look at the personological perspectives, this is really this idea that focusing on your life history and your life story. So, personological is this idea of we each have an individual story, what has happened in our past, what goes on in our personal lives truly affects us and shapes our behavior and our personality. And, it doesn't matter what strengths or weaknesses we have. It doesn't matter about our unconscious mind, right? Previous ideas that it really is about our life story here and what is making us behave and see the world through the lens that we see it through. Social cognitive is an emphasis on conscious awareness, beliefs, expectations, and goals. So really counteractive of what the psychodynamic theory was saying. And so there's this idea of we have a chance to have a belief system and have self-reflection. So after making a decision or going through an event, that we sit and we think about it and we reflect on it and we interpret the situation and we make a decision moving forward based upon what we experienced. And then, of course, biological has all to do with the brain, so that our personality is formed in our brain. We're born with our personality, and it's the role of biology that determines how we see the world, not what these other things are saying, not our life story, not this idea of being able to reflect on our lives and that changes who we are, or our unconscious mind. So there are all these different ideas, perspectives about what shapes personality, and they're really different. They are definitely individualized of how they see personality. So what the question is which of these perspectives do you agree with most? So do you think that our personality is more biological? Do you think our personality is more personological? That, yeah, your life story is going to shape who you are regardless of how your brain is wired, etc. So you're choosing one of those and then explaining why you believe that is the leading theory, at least in your life. And then how can you apply the information you learned about this perspective to your life? So taking what you've learned about these, so maybe I am choosing the humanistic theory and as the one I favor, and this is the one that I'm really looking at. And so it's this idea of continuous improvement and personal growth. And so I can talk about, how I maybe set goals for myself and work to achieve those goals. So, there's not a right or wrong answer here. It really is what you're feeling. It's the one that you think that you identify with most. And yes, what I would do, so down here is about the scholarly article is I would find an article. So where I would start is of the ones that I explained to you, which one do you automatically kind of gravitate towards? Or if you don't do that, which one do you think makes the most sense? And then I would go into the SAC database, look for a peer-reviewed article, and on humanistic theory and personality, personological theory and personality, psychodynamic theory and personality. Put whatever theory along with the tag word personality. You should get ahead of many articles and then read those articles, and then that article can help with your response. And then of course for your response to your classmates, you're really just playing off of what they have provided. I hope this helps. I hope I've not confused you further. I hope that explanation kind of gives you an idea of what I'm looking for with this discussion question, and overall answers maybe some of the questions that you have about personality. If you have more questions, if you want me to do more for you, just let me know. I hope you have a good day.